Okay, now let's read chapter 23 to see what's next. After a long time had passed, and the Lord had given Israel a rest from all their enemies around them, Joshua, by then old and well advanced in years, summoned all Israel, their elders, leaders, judges, and officials, and said to them, I am old and well advanced in years. You yourselves have seen everything the Lord your God has done to all these nations for your sake. It was the Lord your God who fought for you. Remember how I have allotted as an inheritance for your tribes all the land of the nations that remain, the nations I conquered between the Jordan and the Great Sea in the west. The Lord your God himself will drive them out of your way. He will push them out before you, and you will take possession of their land as the Lord your God promised you. Be very strong, be careful to obey all that is written in the book of the law to Moses, without turning aside to the right or to the left. Do not associate with these nations that remain among you. Do not invoke their names, the names of their gods, or swear by them. You must not serve them or bow down to them. But you are to hold fast to the Lord your God as you have until now. The Lord has driven out before you great and powerful nations. To this day no one has been able to withstand you. One of you roots and 1,000. Because the Lord your God fights for you, just as he promised. So be very careful to love the Lord your God. But if you turn away and ally yourselves with the survivors of these nations that remain among you, and if you intermarry with them and associate with them, then you may be sure that the Lord your God will no longer drive out these nations before you. Instead, they will become snares and traps for you, whips on your backs and thorns in your eyes, until you perish from this good land which the Lord your God has given you. Wow, wow, wow. So do not intermarry with those. There was a restriction there. Now I am about to go the way of all the earth. You know with all your heart and soul that not one of all the good promises the Lord your God gave you has failed. Every promise has been fulfilled, not one has failed. But just as every good promise of the Lord your God has come true, so the Lord will bring on you all the evil he has threatened, until he has destroyed you from this good land he has given you. If you violate the covenant of the Lord your God, which he commanded you, and go and serve other gods and bow down to them, the Lord's anger will burn against you, and you will quickly perish from the good land he has given you. Whoa. What we can learn from here: if we don't follow God anymore, if our heart become vicious and we are not with God anymore, God will punish us. Just as God has blessed us, God will punish us. If you listen to God, if God have mercy on you, and if God is very good to you, and if you are willing to do the good things, and even if you try, maybe you cannot, because you're weak or something, God will help you. God will strengthen you. But if you don't want to follow God, even if you could, even if you can try, at least, if you turn back, your back on God. God can punish you either, just as He blessed you. If you don't follow God, if you want to make something bad, God cannot see the sin, cannot live. I mean, you cannot live if you are a sinner in front of God. That's why all of us could die. But because of Jesus Christ sacrifice, because we believe in Him, and because we are in a legacy, that covenant with God through Jesus Christ, by being baptized and so on. God can punish us too. And even if God is punishing us, that means if we are still alive, that means God is still merciful. And God is still, because God will punish the children He loves, His own children. But even we don't care about His, if not about His blessing, if not about His punishment, we will die forever. Yeah, not yet. Until we are still alive, we can be redeemed. But after we die, we can do nothing about our soul. Not even, no one else can. We made our choice for the eternity. And this life is very important, that here we choose what we will be, where we will be after we will die. With Jesus Christ in heaven, with God, by living here or trying to live holy and be saints, be real Christians, or if you like sins, if we like, and if we follow the bad things, after this life we will perish forever. And that means the hell. Okay, where is no God anymore. And if it's no God, it just, God is everywhere somehow, but there, I don't know if He is anymore there. If it's not the good, if it's not, it's the bad, it's the devil. And even if the devil is punished there, it's a prison, it's the hell. Yeah, that was the chapter. May the God bless me, protect me, and let me in the next chapter too. And if you want, you will see me there too. God bless you all, and goodbye.